Bellarmine will start Ezra Moore, Nicholas Sharametta, Justin Westcoat as we get ready for the face-off. First face-off, ground ball. Ground ball, the number one key for a John Danowski coach team. Behind the cage, Duke. As coming into the game for Duke is Andrew McAdory, who is on the ACC preseason players to watch. Loose ball picked up and shot clock violation, I do believe. Or no, so it's going to come back to the Bellarmine Knights. With so much going on the campus of Duke, do want to point out to all of you avid men's lacrosse fans that it's a one-camera shoot with no replays. So even when there's a video review, we will be limited in knowing what exactly they're looking at. Here's another turnover forced and then out of bounds. It'll come back to Bellarmine. Good pressure, though, coming from Hudson O'Hara, a sophomore from the state of New York. Duke in their home whites to start the 2025 season. Bellarmine in, I guess what I would call a maroon. Again, I feel like the Knights faithful would know more. There's a shot and a fire in the first goal of the 2025 season coming from Brennan McDermott, number 19. And then here at Koskinen, home to the men's and women's soccer teams and the men's and women's lacrosse teams. That's a big-time save coming for Duke. Goal number 1. Had a good look at it. It's backed up by Duke. Shot clock set at 50. McAdory. And it's low and in. And a goal coming from Max Sloat. So Max Sloat, the junior from California. And Sloat's made it Duke 2, Bellarmine 0. Bellarmine looking for options behind the cage. Shot clock down to 13 and low and in. That's an excellent individual effort there by Brandon Boyle, the junior from Laytonsville, Maryland. And Bellarmine, the Knights are on the board. It's 2-1.
Justin Westcoat.
And now they'll be 3 for 4. And now in their offensive set. Ground ball. We're dealing with a ton of pressure right there, and having to get rid of it was Michael Blaymeyers, and he'll lose it. Those are the 2 goal scorers for Duke in this 2-1 lead to open the 2025 season. Duke Blue Devils, Bellarmine Knights. There's another crank and another finish in the second goal for the Duke Blue Devils, Ben Johnston. So Johnston's got 2 already, and it's Duke 3, Bellarmine 1. Ben Johnston has got 2 already. As I mentioned, he, along with his teammates Patrick Jameson and Andrew McAdory, on the preseason All-ACC watch list, as looking for another goal. Running straight downhill is Duke's 33, and it's put in there by Ben McCarthy, the freshman, to the College Cup in his final season. And he said, it's different. There's NIL money involved there. It's less of that in lacrosse, and so I'm loving it. And he's also loving the fact that his son, Matt Danowski, who is hoping to get a win here and then be greeted by smiles at Cameron Indoor. Of course, Duke heavily favored in that rivalry matchup against the Tar Heels, and a good turn, a good spin, as we've seen a very good day so far from Eric Maliver. And now it's 5-1.
Eric Maliver.
Back to the face-off we go, where I feel like we've seen 3 consecutive whistles as they get set. Now they will go for it, and when they do, Duke has found a way to run with it and score. So we saw McCarthy do it. Now we see Cal Gerard do it. Win the face-off, run straight downhill, and put it in the cage. And Duke pulling away 6-1 here. Has looked outstanding here to start the season. As the Duke Blue Devils have looked outstanding to start the season here in the first quarter. 6-1 lead, 13 shots to just 4. There's 14 shots, and Defended well that time. Good job by Nolan Hudnut, the freshman. Bellarmine now behind the cage. Trying to roll dodge in was Ezra Moore. Moore runs into it. That's a pretty good, well, it looked like it was going to be a pretty good pass, but it was read perfectly by the Duke goalie and taken away. So another turnover. So Duke, you would think, would hold for the last shot. 30 seconds. Now they're going to go ahead and go for it if they find an easy one, and they did find an easy one. And it's coming right in. Luke Graham with an easy feed from behind the cage, and
Number 91, Luke
Graham has made it 7-1. Gets it over to McGuire. Now on it is Johnston, who's got 2. The only player with more than 1 goal, looking for 3, and he's got it. So Ben Johnston, the sophomore, with a hat trick, and it's 8-1 Duke.
Third goal. We call that a hat trick, kids.
As they trail 8-1. It was 2-0 at the time when Westcote scored. Slide and tough shot. Duke. Good passing, plenty of time. 30 seconds left on the shot clock as Cusolito had it for a moment. Low, down, and in.
Blue Devils go.
And it's Chris Cusolito who has scored it. So it's 9-1. Into the stick of Sloat. Sloat with the goal number 2. Wow, what a dodge, and then what a finish. Sidewinder transfer Luke Graham from Richmond. So he's got 2. So Graham's got 2 goals and an assist. With his team facing a massive deficit. Low and handled again by Jamison, who's having himself a pretty good game in the cage. Game number 1 of the season. 4 saves already for Jamison. Duke on the quick clear, keeps it low and scores. Running it in is for Duke, Luke Warrington, the freshman, Carmel, Indiana, and everybody's getting involved. Big time freshman class, big time transfer class for Coach Janowski, and a big time lead by Molliver. Out of Atlanta, Georgia, the transfer from Maryland has made an impact on this game. Big lead. Duke can take their time. Good extra pass right front. And so easy for Molliver, who looks to be the real deal. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist, and it's 12-1 Duke over Bellarmine. The route is on here in Durham. Here with 9 minutes still remaining in the first half. Here's Duke with another great pass and another great finish, and a couple push-ups as well. As once again, it's Molliver. So Molliver's got a hat trick to go with Johnston's hat trick. And Duke now with 2 hat tricks, and then Graham with a brace. Johnston and Molliver both with those hat tricks, and little underhanded shot coming from Miletus. Extra pass, little dodge, oh my. A highlight reel to start here for the Duke Blue Devils. Unbelievable moves and an unbelievable finish.
Scored by number 31.
And the goal coming from number 31, Graham Blake. Denied there by the freshman, Buck Cunningham. In cage. Push from behind, though, will keep it with the Knights. The clock is stopped at 4:51, and they'll get it rolling again. In women's lacrosse, if you get a big lead, they have running clock, and coming over with the save. Huge play there by Buck Cunningham. The Blue Devils looking for the perfect shot. Cusolito will drop it low. And it's read there by Hudnut. They've seen their team score 7 in the first, 7 in the second, and with 1:50 remaining in the second, it's Duke 14, Bellarmine 1. Hat tricks from Johnson and Molliver. And Bellarmine gets on the board with a 2-player advantage, so give the Knights credit. Down 12 at the moment, 14-2. Duke slipping a little bit here. Koskinen, good turn and read perfectly that time by Nolan Hudnut. There's also the big men's basketball game. Matt McCullough, our executive producer, Dean Linke with you here as Duke running downhill and picked right up where they left off as a goal coming from Aiden McGuire, the sophomore. So McGuire
23, Aiden McGuire
has scored, and McAdory knew it. Got 22 seconds left on the shot clock when he picks it back up. 12:46 left here in the third. 30 shots to just 15 for Bellarmine. Half of those 30 shots have found the back of the cage for Duke. There's another good pass, and walking one in and then taken down. Wow. So it looked like he was tripped up. We won't have a replay of it, but I'm pretty sure it was 31 Jackson Camposano. So with the score 16-2. Duke got 7 in the first, 7 in the second.
I missed it. My bad. It was scored by number
pass
91.
And another goal scored for Duke.
And now we have another one.
The assist
scored by
coming.
number 0, Eric Molliver.
31, Graham Blake finding Eric Molliver, as Molliver now has 4. Tried to use the screen as well, just defended perfectly by Duke. Their defense has been amazing. Picked back up by Bellarmine and stopped there from close range. And then finished, though, by Bellarmine. The stop was first made by Buck Cunningham, and then as he ran out, left the cage open, it was turned over. Picked up by Bellarmine and Ezra Moore. Cusolito will give it up to Ian Dykes, the freshman from the state of California. Cusolito. Wow, that's a really good pass. Kept low and read by Hudnut. He saw it the entire time. Good work from the Knights. It's the long stick work of Duke. That's Charlie Johnson, sophomore. Relatively new defense, but John Danowski, talking to him yesterday, he likes the way they've developed, and there's a good shot. When you bounce it in, it's going to work. And Matt Christmas.
Scored by number 37, Matt Christmas.
Matt Christmas, the sophomore from Bethesda, Maryland, is on the board.
Career goal.
It's his first career goal as a Duke Blue Devil. Blue Devils lost their first game of the season in 2020, falling to Air Force 14-13. Duke is 9-1 in season openers against unranked opponents since 2007. Ground ball picked up and finished by Duke is everything going the right way. Jackson Spells, David McLean, rather, the senior from Harrison, New York. So McLean picks it up, puts it in. It's 19-3. It's 19-3 with a mountain of time left. Another face-off one by Duke. Tremendous work by number 41, Cal Gerard. He has also picked up a face-off and ran straight downhill and scored. Now a long stick shot. Why not everybody getting into it? That's Cole Kraus, the grad student. Now the clearance says good opportunity for a quick shot here from Bellarmine. Let's see if they can get it. They can't, as it's picked up again by Duke. Buck Cunningham, number 77. Behind the cage, McAdory. McAdory gives it up and fire, smoke, goal. Max Sloat gives Duke 20. It's 20-3 Blue Devils. Fennell lost it. So now the Knights, with under 6 minutes remaining in the third, down 17. Behind the back, creative shot from Ezra Moore, but read the entire way by that man right there, number 77, the freshman, Buck Cunningham. Duke, under 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Another long distance shot, read by Hudnut that time. We're only down one, gave up two early here. Duke, beautiful day. Koskinen, same day that Tar Heels and the Duke men's basketball team will get it underway at 6:30. The game day crew's in town. But not so much, as it's been pretty much all Duke. But here's a good goal coming from Bellarmine, sneaking it through, as the goal coming from John Alley, as Alley's got two. So he's got half of the four for the Knights. So really great work, though, from Buck Cunningham. So Evan Barr, the grad student, is the third goalie now to get into this game with a 20-4 lead here. Another face-off won by Duke. Quick shot, and smoked in by the Duke Blue Devils. Absolute rocket shot.
Number 15.
Warrington gives it up. Now behind the cage is Glavin. And a finish there coming in. And pumping the fist there. It's Ian Dykes, another freshman.
Scored by number 12, Ian Dykes.
Well, guess what, folks? Ian Dykes with his first goal. It's picked up by Hudnut and Bellarmine. So now they'll have a chance to clear. They have 20 of 24. They've caused 12 of the 19 turnovers for Bellarmine. It's a complete performance. And a save now for goalkeeper number 3 for John Danowski. Evan Barr gets in on it. He's got his first save. Cusolito, Warrington, McCarthy, Christmas, and Gerard. 22 goals. And looking for 23. Kept low and in. Bouncing it in, Liam McLean, the senior.
Goal scored by number 16, Liam McLean.
Second
goal
goal
number 2 for him
of the season for McLean. Duke has it again. As Duke starting to get more dominant in the face-offs, and they get more dominant again by adding another goal.
Scored by number 45.
This one coming from number 45, Pierce Glavin. So Duke with a chance to score goal number 25 with a lot of reserves that are hungry. Little sidewinder shot for Duke coming from 26, Reed Landon, the senior from Dallas, Texas, in the Episcopal School of Dallas. And you can't look down for a second because Duke is shooting and scoring again.
Goal scored by number 35, Ryan McKenzie.
So Ryan McKenzie, the grad student, approaching 9 minutes remaining in the game. 25-4 is the lead. Shot clock at 10. Stepping into it was McKenzie. Stepped back out of it, and another goal coming. As sliding over is Reed Landon, senior from Dallas, Texas.
Reed Landon.
As McAdory came in just 13 goals away from 100. And he may not care if he gets to 100. If he's helping his other teammates get the goals, all is good in Duke land here, as somehow didn't go in as Hudnut remains in the cage. He has been there for all 26 Duke goals. Because obviously it won't be easy sledding once the ACC season starts. Duke picked to finish 4th out of 5. Of course, Notre Dame, that one deflected and sneaks by. Looks like the deflection will, I think, allow them to give
scored by number 20, Ethan Tanucci.
Number 20, Ethan Tanucci. It's now in the stick of Sam Boylston. Good pass in front. A lot of trickery, in fact, too much, as Michael Blaymeyers from Canada, probably one too many stick fakes. Probably needed to shoot it after like his first 2. There is a foul, and then there's the finish. Good job by Blaymeyers to stick with it, and he gets the goal. Great pass from Ty Washington as well.
53, Michael Blaymeyers.
As we are now walking our way to the final 2 minutes of what has been a dominant performance from the number 7 team in the country. Duke with 26 goals, 7 in the first, 7 in the second, 8 more in the third, and 4 in the fourth. Save for the 4th goalie to wheel. 30 seconds remaining. Bellarmine trying one more time. Right in front, and they do finish. And they even kind of style pose. It's usually where you might be reminded what the score is, but Blaymeyers does get his second.